It's April 6th. Welcome on into episode 40. Right on episode 40, buddy. Can you believe that?
Ooh, baby.
Ooh, baby is exactly right. This is episode 40 of When Worlds Collide. How we doing today, Fishy? I know you're a little under the weather. That's why we don't have you here with me.
I'm powering through it, I'll tell you what.
We all appreciate that. So he's back for 1 week. I finally get back in my comfort zone with my buddy. And now he's down and out.
As Frank Sinatra would say, that's life.
Well, buddy, you know how we start these things. Do you have a drinky poo, or are you sitting out on the drinky poo?
I do have a drinky poo.
Ooh, see, that's dedication, fam. My
I'm
guy.
taking the right medicine.
Okay, I got you. You got a crack to provide?
Oh, do I ever? You know how we start these things.
Yes, indubitably, I do know how we start these things with a nice little crack. Thank you for providing it this week, buddy. And
Sir.
we did have Mr. Brink drop in a sipping, so I mean, we're right there with you. Let's start this thing off the right way, huh?
Hot and heavy.
Actually, that's not bad. I made that strong, and it's not bad. Pretty excited about it.
Can't wait to have a few more.
Oh, baby. Yeah, it's good. We're gonna tie one on tonight. So dude, let's hop right into the gaming news. So we had another big game release this week. I know a lot of people, especially in the 501, are pretty excited about this. The Skywalker Saga Lego Star Wars game just came out.
Yes, sir.
First off, like, are you pumped for this, or where do you lie in this one?
Isn't the game $40? It's not a $60 game.
I actually don't know.
If it's $40, I definitely want to cop it, but I literally just bought Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, so it might be on the back burner.
Yeah, I feel that. This is definitely a game that I'll play at some point, but it's not one I'm gonna go out and grab right away.
Yeah, looks great though.
It does, man. It really does. Anyways, so with all the different characters in the Star Wars universe, which character would you like to play like within this Lego Star Wars game? Like if you had to choose one or two, where are you going with it?
Dude, they did my boy dirty in the book of Boba Fett, but I would love to do a playthrough with Cad Bane, the bounty hunter.
Okay, fair enough, bro. I would have to go with my boy Darth Maul, man. Either Darth Maul or Jar Jar Binks.
Oh my god.
Those would be the two I'd go for.
Jar Jar. Oh my dude, Darth Maul though, that would be sick. I wasn't thinking about him.
Yeah, double saber, man.
Bro, he's definitely a sick character. I love him.
Bro, I remember I had a double saber growing up, and Brian and I were playing in the basement. It was like a week after I got the thing, and we broke it.
Oh no.
I think I beat him over the back with it, and the lightsaber broke.
You're just showing him the true power of the dark side.
I was trying to inform him, you know? It was a learning experience, so.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah. Into the gaming news, we have some unfortunate news, man. I am not too happy about this, but I guess it is what it is. E3 officially canceled this year. In the previous couple of years, they just canceled the in-person version, obviously due to COVID. But they had the digital event, so that's kind of what I was expecting again this year is the digital event to happen. But no, man, all canceled together. So I mean, this sucks, right?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely sucks, especially for people who love to go to them in person. But it's just we seen it through the past couple of years how it's just like I'm pretty sure in 2020 it was canceled altogether as well, and then 2021 they just did the digital event. So I was with you there, like wanting the digital event too, but I kind of just foresaw that they weren't going to do anything with it. They usually build up a lot of hype by now, and there just wasn't any.
Right. It's really unfortunate, man. This is one of those things I had on my bucket list to like do in my life. You know, I want to go to E3 like in person. And it doesn't look like that's gonna happen, unfortunately.
Yeah, dude. Same thing with me. I wanted to go to BlizzCon back when I was like younger, and I'm pretty sure I missed the golden age of BlizzCon, and that's never gonna happen again.
So, what do you think is like kind of driving this like downtrend?
COVID definitely plays a part. Uh, but that and I think it's just, like, too much of a hassle to get the event ready altogether with so many different companies trying to, like, showcase their games and everything.
Right.
It's just like a, huge pain in the ass to bring it all together. So I'd rather them just, like, individual companies do their own, like, little mini showcasing throughout the year.
And that's something we've kind of seen like happening already. Like, was it PlayStation like the last 2 years have pulled their entire show from E3? So do
Yeah,
you think
now it's
it's
just, like, state of play or something.
right? So do you think it's just like a culmination of like some of these companies pulling out and COVID, or do you think it's more COVID than the companies kind of pulling out like PlayStation?
Uh I would say like COVID was the catalyst to companies making these decisions. Uh, it would just make sense for them to like just make their own showcase and then be done with it instead of like trying to like wrap around this whole event that lasts a week long through like through just 1 year. Just do it on their own time, you know.
Right. So with that being said, do you think E3 will ever bounce back to having like in-person events, or do you think this is something we can kind of just set to the side and like, all right, it's probably done with?
Uh, E3 is definitely like popular, even though, like we said, it's on a downtrend. I would think it would bounce back, once they get to like a relative state of normalness. So I don't want it to go away because it's sick,
I sure
but
hope it does
it
bounce
would
back.
definitely right. Yeah, it would take like a couple more years.
Yeah, and I think, I was hoping that with people not being able to attend the event, that there would be a lot of buzz around it this year.
Yeah,
So it's just
yeah,
unfortunate. Maybe they gotta do something different to like market it and kind of rethink how they're gonna like go about it. Um, but yeah, I like I said, it was kind of one of those things I had on my bucket list to do. So I definitely hope it comes back as well.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it just sucks what happened with it. COVID definitely is a real factor in it because just so many people from across the country meet
Yeah.
to like that one area.
And if anybody's unaware of what E3 is, it's basically just like the biggest video game conference of the year. All kinds of publishers and studios come and showcase their games. And like Fish was saying, the event takes place over like a week long. It's a really cool thing. If you haven't watched it, maybe go back and watch some of the highlights from years past. It's a really cool event. Undead mentioned that he believes it will eventually come back. He said a lot of the devs in the industry are just still against the in person stuff. So hopefully, once
Ah,
that's like completely washed away, that being said, that hopefully at one point it is completely washed away. Hopefully we're not having to worry about in person stuff anymore.
yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah. So hopefully we get that back. But what else we got in gaming outside of E3, man? Let's get some more positive news. Hopefully.
It's well, I guess on the more positive side, Game Pass said that it's working on like a family plan for its sub service. So I think that would
Okay.
be pretty cool.
Do you think this is like kind of a direct reaction to PlayStation offering something like this as well as Nintendo?
I mean, they're smart enough. I pretty sure I saw this news right after PlayStation announced its Game Pass version. So like Xbox knew what they were doing. Like they're just like, oh, PlayStation has this new sub service. We have a family plan now.
Right.
They're just like, gotcha.
Did they come in? Did they like release any details as to what that'll look like or no?
Not any like specific details. I think it was just like more of like a teaser type deal. And well, like I said, it was just probably a reaction to after PlayStation and its sub service. But the question I was thinking of, if they do implement like a family plan for Xbox, do you think it would cost more than Game Pass Ultimate, or do you think that they would, have a really good deal on that as well?
I think it's gotta be more expensive than Game Pass Ultimate,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I mean, it would make sense, right?
I mean, I can see like $25 and you can get 4 accounts on it, something like that, maybe.
I was thinking $20 for like 4 or 5 family
I mean,
members.
that would be awesome too. Only $5 more, you can get multiple people on it. Yeah, I'd be all
Yeah.
about that.
Oh yeah. Yes. They would make so much more money, even more so than now.
Yeah, I completely agree. I'm just kind of reading through this stuff, man, and gaming news is kind of depressing this week. There's
Uh,
not many good things, huh? All the news kind of sucks.
yeah, everyone's in the dumps right now.
Yeah. So sorry to be the bearer of bad news, guys, but Call of Duty Warzone came out with a statement recently saying that they can't have map rotations like Apex and PUBG. Um, so I mean, I don't know how you feel about this. What was their kind of rationale behind this?
Uh, s- so the thing that I saw with it is they did an interview with Call of Duty's like live operations lead. His name
Yeah,
was what, like Josh Bridge, and he was just like straight up telling him like, yeah, we want map rotations, we definitely do. The only problem there is that the game's file sizes are just absolutely enormous. And he said, and I quote, the install and reinstall sizes are fucking crazy.
yeah. I mean, that's fair enough, bro. I mean, if each time like the season changed and they're rotating maps or something, you had to download another like 80 gigabytes or something. Or even
Dude,
if you were to
yeah.
have like all the maps on your console at one time, like I know we've already bitched that Call of Duty's taken up like 200 gigabytes on an Xbox or whatever it is.
Mhm.
So if you had to download an entire an additional map, it just sounds crazy. It would literally be taking up like 250 gigabytes or something, right?
Dude, yeah, I don't know how they even managed to make the game that huge, but it's as Josh Bridge said, like, it's just impossible to do the map rotations with how big the game is. Isn't right now PlayStation's install size is like a little over 120 gigs, and PC it's 80 gigs. So like, I don't understand like how it's so much bigger on consoles and PCs.
Yeah, a whole 40 gigabytes, that doesn't make any sense to me either.
More optimized.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But so how is a company like Ape or like a game like Apex able to do map rotations and Call of Duty can't? Is my only question.
I mean, Apex definitely takes up a good chunk of your hard drive. I'm pretty sure it's like 87, 88 gigs with the
Right.
next gen update. Uh, but I think it just has to do with, like I'm not a coder or anything, but like it just has to do with like how well they coded their game because Call of Duty is just like basing off of an engine that they've used for decades, and Apex is a more recent game with its fresh own, like mechanics and everything.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Hopping into some Halo news, not the Halo news that we want. Um, well, we got a cookbook.
You wanted Halo content, here it is.
Yeah, I've seen so many people tweeting. I think it was actually Ogre One tweeted. He goes, "You guys are a little late for April Fools."
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I feel like the majority of the Halo community took this okay, but I was just reading through Twitter and there was definitely some toxicity going on. Like
Dude, the
I
timing couldn't have been worse.
oh, the timing couldn't be worse. But like the other thing is like people think that the development team are working on this cookbook. You know what I mean? That's the thing.
Right.
That's the thing that geeks me out, bro. Is like
Yeah.
they're like, you guys should be working on the game, not a cookbook. It's like, dude, like they're not. Like,
I didn't know I spent 4 years in college to get a computer science degree just to make a damn cookbook.
yeah, all the computer. Yeah, we don't have time to develop the game. We're working on a cookbook. But I just thought that was so funny, like that people were getting so irrationally mad about it.
Right. Dude, the cover of it, some of those recipes look nice. I might have to cop it.
They do. Maybe this will actually get me to cook.
There you go.
We'll do a cooking with small stream. Try not to burn down my apartment.
Halo themed edition.
Yeah, get my Master Chief helmet on or something.
Well, going along with the cookbook news, we have some actual, I wouldn't call it content for Halo Infinite, but
Just some
their
quality of
mid-season,
life fixes.
yeah, some quality of life fixes. They just had their mid-season update, which arrived earlier this week, I
I believe
believe.
so. I don't know the exact date of when it arrived.
Yeah, so it definitely came, and I read through the patch notes that they had, and it looks like they're doing like a whole bunch of just like massive improvements to the game's like core functions.
What do some of those core functions include?
Just like smoother frame rates for like animations, like reloading your guns and everything, and they boosted the audio for like certain weapons, grenades, and like footsteps of enemy and teammate players. They added like HDR. They made some quick resume improvements on the Series S and X, so it's like not as buggy when you leave the game and multiplayer and all that
That would
weird
be
stuff
really nice
happens.
because I feel like with the quick resume, not only with Halo, but like a bunch of multiplayer games, you can't really quick resume back into multiplayer.
Yeah, no, it just completely just messes up the game when you quick resume back into it. I know it happens a lot to me in Apex, so if I was hoping some company, and luckily 343 Industries did it, like found a, like solution for this. So hopefully it works better than before because it was definitely annoying.
Yeah, it is kind of a pain in the ass. It's such a nice feature, but not being able to use it in multiplayer is kind of a pain in the ass.
Oh yeah, 100%. And then
Um,
they did some what like anti-cheat improvements too. So hopefully you're not getting beamed by like 100% Andy in some games.
100% Andy.
And then did you see what else that they added? Because it was a pretty long, patch notes.
No, I gotta still read through the whole thing. I have briefly glanced at it at work today, but even during lunch we had a meeting, so it was just like I didn't really have too much time to actually read through it today.
Right. From what I saw, it's pretty much just quality of life updates. The game should run smoother. Like some animations and audio is a little bit smoother in multiplayer, but like no actual content for the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully we get some
Yeah.
fun stuff in season 2. I'm not expecting a ton, but I just need something, right?
Dude,
It's the
I mean, you
Sahara
got your
Desert out
content.
here.
You got your content. What are you talking about? We're getting a cookbook.
That's not till August. So we're still waiting either way.
But that's the content you were asking for. You said you wanted to hear something about the game. Well, this is something.
Yeah. Speaking of season 2, guys, that will drop May 3rd. We're putting together a Halo League right now with like kind of just like the community of people. So if that's something you're interested in, hit up either myself or Undead. We're gonna be getting that organized. But we did have one more tidbit of gaming news. This is actually, I would say, some positive news. We did get a new Tomb Raider game announced, and the talent of Jeff Ross, who previously worked on Days Gone as the game's director, has left and now is joining the Crystal Dynamics team to work on the new Tomb Raider game. And the game itself will be run in Unreal Engine 5. Um,
I'm
I
so
feel like this
excited
entire
for
story
next
is
gen
excellent,
engine.
right?
Yeah.
So you have a good game director coming onto the project to help out, and you're gonna run the game on Unreal Engine 5. Like those games always look beautiful, so I can't even imagine what it's gonna look like being run in Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah, I know we've seen like some like small demos, like they did
The
like the
Matrix.
Matrix, yeah, the Matrix demo, which looked absolutely insane. I just saw today that Gears of War started to use their Unreal Engine 5, and it like helped them like develop a whole bunch of things. And dude, the video that I saw for it looked so good. I was just like, I cannot wait to play the first game in Unreal Engine 5. It's gonna look crazy.
Have they announced what the first game in Unreal Engine 5 will be?
Uh, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine.
Fair enough. One of the other we mentioned this last week, but I know one of the other games that will be running Unreal Engine 5 is the new Witcher game. That's probably still
That's
ways out
right.
though.
Yeah, it's gonna be a minute for that one.
Yeah. Oh
Well,
yeah.
Unreal Engine 5 is relatively new. I'm pretty sure it came out like earlier this year, right? And it like just became like public to use for
Right.
everyone.
Kind of going back to the director that will now be joining Crystal Dynamic. His game that he led the direction on, Days Gone, getting some good reviews in chat from Undead and Tusk. And we had talked about this game a while back and how Sony's not pursuing a sequel of the game, even though it was well received and sold pretty well.
Yeah.
So I don't blame Jeff Ross at all for kind of dipping out not being able to make a sequel. So now he's joining a very talented Crystal Dynamics team. So I'm, like I said, I'm excited for this.
Yeah, they. I'm definitely excited to see the next one in Tomb Raider. All those games are pretty damn good. Like, I never went on my way to play them. I just like randomly would play them one day. I was like, holy hell, these games are fantastic.
Oh yeah, man. Well, what do you say we hop into some game or some sports news? I'm about to say gaming again. We just finished that. Losing my mind over here.
More gaming news.
Yeah, we're
Yeah, let's
doubling down
do
on the gaming this week.
it. Nothing happened interesting in sports, anyways.
And we actually had more interesting things happen in sports than we did in gaming this week.
That was the joke.
Yeah. Sorry, buddy. 60% over here. That's where we live at.
43% for me.
43.
Yep.
Well, here's something funny than 43.
What is it?
44?
Gotta put up that gif of SpongeBob and Patrick.
Oh yeah, dude. Classic SpongeBob. Can't go wrong. But in the MLB, we had some very big news. Or rumor, I should say. San Diego Padres are looking into trading for Jose Ramirez. If you're unfamiliar, Jose Ramirez is definitely the Cleveland Guardians' best player right now. And after an offseason of changing the name, just MLB losing interest in general, we got rid of Lindor last year. I mean, you can just keep stacking it on, right?
Yeah.
If they do trade Jose Ramirez, let me add that we only spent $900,000 in free agency as well, not even $1 million. So we'll just keep piling it on, right? Would this be the final straw for you as a Cleveland Guardians fan to be just like, okay, I'm done with baseball if they trade Jose Ramirez? Would that be the final straw for you?
Dude, the final straw for me is when they changed the damn baseball team's name.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that, man. It just like I feel like baseball in general has just become less and less appealing to me over the years. Oh, here, I got another thing I don't like about baseball. Only on Bally Sports, so I came in watching on cable. So, I mean, we can just keep going on and on. It seems like the MLB is like actively driving their fan base away.
It's not as authentic as it was before.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. I feel like sports in general aren't as authentic as they used to be.
True.
It's just the nature of the beast with so much money involved. But so you're saying you were already out on the Cleveland Guardians, right?
Oh yeah.
Even prior to this news. I think this would be officially the final straw for me. Like, I always root for anything Cleveland, but like, dude, at this point, it's just like, why do you keep wanting to hurt us? This is an abusive relationship.
Dude, they're literally just shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah, and as a Cleveland sports fan, we know all about abuse.
Oh yeah.
We get at least one of the teams each year will beat us down pretty good. But chat, I wanted to ask you guys, what was one of the worst sports moments you endured for your team or your city in general? Because I know for me, I just kind of root for the city, right? And has there ever been a final straw moment that made you abandon your fanhood of one of your teams in your hometown city? Like we're talking about here with the Cleveland Guardians. Like I said, I was just stacking up all those things. So I just want to know if anybody else has been in this situation where they're just like, I think I'm throwing the towel in. I think I'm fucking done, man.
At least we're not Detroit.
Yeah. So Undead goes, people still have cable. I mean, I guess I use YouTube TV. And Bally Sports is unavailable on there. Lizzo said they are singular players that are getting paid more than our entire payroll. Oh, I know. So Lizzo, as being a fellow Clevelander, are you out? Are you still in on the Guardians? Vince mentioned Christian Ponder. Okay, that's a name drop. You get down with that one. Nothing with my teams, but I hate LeBron. Gotcha. Always will. All right. I mean, fair enough, bro. I know LeBron is definitely a what's the word? Polarizing figure. That's the word I'm looking for.
He's a hot topic.
Excuse me. Speaking of LeBron, the Lakers have officially been eliminated from the playoffs.
Ooh, baby.
With their loss last night, I believe it was. So this is the first time LeBron has missed the playoffs since the 2004-2005 season. That was his second season in the NBA. That was the last time LeBron missed the playoffs. Just think about
Dude,
that.
that's
His
absolutely
second
wild.
season in the NBA was the last time he missed the playoffs. To put
So
this
what,
in
that was yeah, that was back in what, 04, 05 then?
04-05 season. So just to
Yeah.
put this in perspective a little bit, the last time LeBron missed the playoffs, Steph Curry was 17, Luka Doncic and Trey Young were 6.
Oh my
Okay?
gosh.
I got a few more here for you. The Xbox 360 released that year. Carrie Underwood won American Idol. Gwen Stefani's song Holla Back Girl came out. There was not, the iPhone wasn't a thing yet. Shrek 2 released. And then finally, this one is a real kicker. The 49ers selected Alex Smith over Aaron Rodgers with the first overall pick.
Oh, jeez.
So, just for some perspective, that is absolutely insane. It's been that long since LeBron's missed the playoffs. But so kind of stemming off this, do you think LeBron's staying in LA? I know there's some like rumors that he might be coming home again.
Uh, is his contract up or soon to be up?
I don't even know, to be honest with you, but like it's LeBron, he kind of just does what he wants, you know what I mean?
He does what he wants. Gosh, dude. Do we even want him back in Cleveland? I mean, like, kind of.
Lizzo doesn't. I can see that. I know Walker wants him back though. My thing is like LeBron coming back would be awesome because then like we're like favorites for the finals with the team we have, you know?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But part of me likes the fact that we finally rebuilt without LeBron and have a good team. I kind of just want to see the young talent develop and continue to be better and play. Like right now, they're doing better than the Lakers, right?
Right.
They're
Yeah.
currently one of the play-in teams, so they'll have a chance to make it into the playoffs at the very least. Um, so part of me wants to see the young talent develop, but part of me would be like, yeah, if LeBron came back, that'd be kind of dope.
Yeah.
So
I realistically, I would probably want him back as well, just because I know he can get us another ring. He's like that guy who'll just be like, "Yeah, give me a ring real quick. I don't want to play regular season. Just I'll do it for you."
yeah, no, I feel you.
Oh,
Sorry, I was reading some chat. Lizzo's biggest thing is he'd be concerned that LeBron would come back. We'd have to sell off all of our assets to be a contender right now, and then we'd just get fucked again, shoot ourselves in the foot, which is not wrong. Like that's basically what happened the last couple of times LeBron left. So
yeah.
I get it from that
High
standpoint,
risk, high reward.
100%. Exactly, man. It's like one of those things. Like you got your window to win now. Kind of. I mean, kind of what the Browns are trying to do, right? We got a good team. And they shot their shot going after Deshaun Watson, trying to get that quarterback that can take us to the next level. So I feel like that's
Yeah.
become more prominent in sports in general. Like you've seen the Rams going after Matthew Stafford this last year. The Bucks got Tom Brady. Those are just two examples in football of teams kind of pushing all the chips to the middle and going for a title. So I don't know, man. I guess time will
I
tell to see what happens, but
Yeah, it's if LeBron does come back to Cleveland, I think like the general response will be like, we don't want LeBron. And then when we start realizing that we're winning a lot again, we'll be like, we love you, LeBron, stay here.
yeah, fair enough, man. So we're talking about championships and how LeBron has that just effect wherever he's at, right? You're gonna have a
Hmm.
chance. Um, One of the other championship games that just got played this last weekend was the national championship for men's basketball, right?
Yes,
I don't know if you
sir.
caught any of this game or not. I turned it off at halftime. North Carolina was up 40 to 25 at half, a 15-point deficit. So I was like, okay, North Carolina's got this. Next thing I know, I check over to my phone and it said Kansas is up. I was like, okay, this can't be updated, right? Um, but it was. Kansas came back from a 15-point deficit at halftime to win their fourth national championship all time with the score of 72 to 69. Um, so this
Yeah, that
was
was an
an
absolute wild game.
absolutely wild comeback, man. And one of the bigger chokes in a while that I can remember from a team. Unfortunately for North Carolina. But my question, kind of stemming off this for you and for chat, was this a bigger choke than the Atlanta Falcons in the Super Bowl? Which one you guys take? Are you going to take North Carolina having the bigger choke or the Atlanta Falcons?
Uh, it was definitely a choke on North Carolina's end. I wouldn't say like a huge choke though, because you said they're up by what, 15 at half?
15 and a half, yeah.
It's definitely a like a large deficit, but they still had an entire half to play. So I don't think it's that big of a choke, but they were pretty much ahead the whole time. They just screwed themselves.
Yeah, I mean, well, they got, what is that? Fucking 47 points hung on them in the second half. That's
Yeah.
absolutely insane. Um,
Yeah.
but as chat's saying, and I would agree, it's got to be the Falcons just because the deficit was even larger and that was a football game and it was on the biggest stage, arguably in sports, the Super Bowl. So I'm going with the Falcons, but I did see this question posed a couple times, just kind of going to the biggest chokes of all time. Um, so sorry if there's any North Carolina fans. This sucks. I can't imagine. Um, but yeah, I definitely gotta go with the Falcons on this one. Pretty consensus, it looks like.
Yeah.
All right, man. Um, we actually have some NHL news. I'm not gonna pretend to be an NHL wizard by any means. Um, but there is a rationale to me wearing this hat today. I got my Anaheim Ducks hat on. And the captain, the all-time scoring leader, all-time assist leader, and all-time games played leader for the Anaheim Ducks will be retiring after this season. Ryan,
Damn.
yeah, right. That's a hell of a resume, right?
Oh
Ryan
yeah.
Getzlaf, after 17 years in the NFL, will be retiring this year. Um, to add to that resume, he also won a Stanley Cup with the Ducks in 06, 07. So, like I said, I'm not going to pretend to know a lot about hockey, but you can't deny that resume. So we just wanted to give him a shout out. I know he's an avid listener here on When
Oh
Worlds
yeah.
Collide.
He's a regular.
Yeah, but I mean that's a hell of a resume, man. And I
Oh
I
yeah.
always appreciate it too when a player stays on a team for his entire career. It's very rare to see that anymore. So the fact
Yeah.
that he spent 17 years on the Ducks is pretty awesome.
You think they'll retire his number?
I mean they got to, right? The
I would
all-time
assume
leader
so.
for games played, assists, and points. Oh, I feel to mention too, he's been their longest serving captain of all time for the Ducks as well.
Oh, has to retire his number. They don't. That's oh my god, the disrespect.
Right. So shout out to Ryan. Congratulations on an amazing career.
Shout out to our hockey fans.
Yeah, our hockey fans. Sorry that we probably just butchered that segment for you, but we're trying. And last thing we are briefly going to touch on before hopping into our bets this week is Tiger Woods. You guys may have heard of him. He is anticipating playing in the Masters this week. So Fish, are you a Tiger fan? Are you gonna be rooting for him in the Masters this week if he plays officially?
I would say I'm a Tiger fan. Yeah. I would
Yeah,
yeah, I hope he plays in the Masters.
I like the presence of Tiger at the Masters or any of these big events just because it brings an aroma around the course that I don't think is there otherwise. But I can't
Right.
say that I'm a Tiger Woods fan for like him in particular, right? Um,
I I think
I
my
think he's good for
favorite
the sport of golf though as a whole.
right. My favorite golfer has to be was it John Daly? Is that how you pronounce it?
John Daly, yeah,
Yeah,
leggy,
bro. Oh
leggy.
my god. That dude's hilarious.
Will you be watching the Masters or no?
When's it supposed to happen?
Tee off on Thursday and it goes through Sunday.
Well, we're doing the watch party Thursday, but if it's throughout the day, I'll probably watch a few holes.
Yeah, it's usually something that starts in the morning, goes out throughout the whole day. So,
Right.
Vince said that Tiger just gets people in. I agree with that. Like I said, the aroma behind the Masters and everything else, it makes it more fun when Tiger's playing. There's no doubt. Um, Lizzo said he always roots for Tiger when he plays. Yeah, so hey, fair enough. Um, so kind of
I
leading into that is we're gonna take that to the bets now. Okay. So
Ooh.
we do have some Masters bets. I'm gonna go ahead and drop it in for anybody that wants to do the bets with us this week. Go ahead and click !join. My voice is so dry right now.
A little raspy there. You getting sick?
I don't know, dude. Who knows?
There's a bug going around.
Will somebody squash it already?
They're trying to. Dude, apparently, uh, I guess this is a tradition for the Masters and everything, but whoever earned the green jacket the year before, they have to host a dinner for all the master winners. In dinner, like they choose like the whole menu and everything, and they like set up the dinner for all the other master players.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I actually didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give a quick little recap of last week before we hop on into this week. So we had Duke -4 against North Carolina. We all picked Duke. Obviously that didn't happen. Next up we had the Golden Knights versus the Kraken. The Golden Knights won 5-2. Me and Vince, I believe it was, that did the bets with us last week. We both got that one. Fish did not. We had the Czech Republic ping pong, Stranad versus Placky. Placky won. Vince got that one. Fish and I did not. We had the Texas Open, where you could take either McIlroy, Spieth, Connors, or Matsuyama versus the field. I took the field, so did Vince. The field did win that one. And then lastly, we had the women's college basketball Final Four, Connecticut versus Stanford. And Connecticut won that one. Vince got that one. Fish and I both did not.
Did
So,
not do hot this week.
in an extreme turn of events, Fish and I have now both lost for the month of March. Chad finishes at 9-11. Fish finishes at 8-12. And your boy finished at 7-13. So, unfortunately, Fish and I will both be punished this month. If you guys have any suggestions, go ahead and drop those in the Discord chat. Fish, I got more bad news. Vince is going to be the one doing the bets with us again this week, so hopefully he cools off after his 4-1
He
week
got
last week.
lucky. He got lucky.
He said run it back. Oh man, he's big.
Run it back.
He's fucking big beaking us now.
Yeah, he's getting cocky, huh?
I hate to see it. So yeah, if you guys got any ideas for what kind of punishment Fish and I will have to do this week, go ahead and drop those into the When Worlds Collide chat within the Discord. But as far as this week goes, we'll start with our Masters predictions. So you can either take Rahm, Justin Thomas, Scheffler, Johnson, or Smith. You can take that collection of people, or you can take the field. So Fish, I'll go with you first. Well, you're gonna take
I'm gonna double down, baby.
You're gonna take the collection of those guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Double down.
I love the BDE, buddy.
It's do or die moment.
I'm going with the field again.
Ah, safe.
Yeah. Vince is going with the field too.
Guys are weak.
I hope you win, buddy, because that's a lot of BDE. So I'm all for it.
Oh yeah.
Next one we have related to the Masters. So 2 out of the 5 this week are related to the Masters. The next one is, will Tiger make the cut
in Masters?
I'm gonna say. Yeah. You're gonna say yeah. I'm gonna go no then.
Oh my gosh.
I want some disparity to begin the week. Vince is going yes. Okay, so we got a lot of different answers to go this week so far. I love that.
I like it.
We'll have a lot of a lot on the line. The next one we have, this is an absolutely wild line that we have for this week. The Jazz are favored by 15 points tonight versus the Thunder. Watch that game at 9-10. Are you taking the Jazz and the points, or are you going to take the Thunder?
I got to hear yours first.
Okay, I'll go first with this one. I'm going to take the Thunder. 15 points is a lot.
Yeah, it is. Well, I'm going to go Jazz then.
Wow, Fish is choosing violence.
Oh, yeah.
So, Vince, you can take the Jazz and 15 points, or you can take the Thunder. The Jazz are favored by 15, so they'd have to win by 15. Too much talking from you, man. I'm telling you. Gonna take the Thunder along with me. 15 points is a lot. We'll see, though. Next up, in the Champions League, which is the European League for handball, we have PSG versus Elverum. What do you think?
Elverum?
Think I said that right? Elverum.
Elverum? Yeah, close enough.
Close enough, right? I'm gonna go with PSG because I've actually heard of them from playing FIFA.
Oh,
So PSG is favored by 6.5 points in this one as well.
I'm gonna have to go PSG too.
Yeah. Going PSG or the E1?
Or the E one?
This is
Elverum?
this is Champions League handball. He's gonna take the E1. Elverum.
I'll take the E one. Oh my gosh.
Last bet for this week, we have F1 Australian Grand Prix.
Grand Prix! Gosh damn it, Carl.
So for the Australian Grand Prix, we
You just
have
pissed off the whole fan base.
we have an over underline of 16.5 drivers finishing the Grand Prix. So are you gonna take the over or under on 16.5 drivers finishing?
Oh, I don't know much about F1. Do you know how many drivers are all together?
Got no idea.
Oh God! Well, with absolutely no knowledge whatsoever, I'm taking the over.
Taking the over?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna take the under then.
You son of a bitch.
And Vince is taking the under, so now I feel better because Vince actually knows something about racing.
Oh God damn it! Well, if I knew how many damn racers there were in the first place.
I'm not gonna even lie to you. I was waiting for Vince to answer because I was just gonna take his answer.
Yeah.
But hey, man, that's episode 40. Can you believe we're at 40?
I cannot. Like, it literally makes no sense how we've made 40 of these.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me either. Just keep trucking along, right?
Keep trucking along. Soon we'll be at 50, and then 80, and then number 635.
There you go.
Yep.
Well, as always, guys, thank you for joining us. That's episode 40. We'll be back next week per usual. In the meantime, if you're looking for some additional content, you can follow us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all those good things. The YouTube page will have additional videos and stuff up, not just the podcast episodes, shorts, and different things of that nature. So once again, thank you guys. Episode 40. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, we'll see you next week.
Later, chat.